Fitton discovers new evidence with crooked Hillary and immediately puts her in the hot seat. By US4Trump.com. Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch, joined Maria Bartiromo on Fox News' Sunday Morning Futures. In an explosive, power-packed interview, Fitton divulges exactly what the Clinton machine was up to during the 2016 election. New emails released in evidence cited from FOIA lawsuit from May of 2015. After reviewing the emails, America's watchdog totally destroys the leftist media cries of Russia, Russia, Russia. First, they review the fact that the latest batch of emails, which the FBI recovers from HRC's deleted emails, were sent to Judicial Watch. Maria and Tom discuss the in-your-face evidence of the Clinton machine in Russia. Maria asked the best question to Tom, inquiring, can Robert Mueller ignore this while he's doing the investigation with the mandate of looking for collusion? Fitton replied with the facts completely behind him. The only person who got money directly from Russia, as far as I could tell, who were running for office in 2016 was Hillary Clinton. Sorry about that. He continued, she and her husband made a speech in Russia for $500,000 to a firm that was a front for the Russians in Uranium One. They reportedly received millions as part of an effort to get a good result in the Uranium One decision. And of course she hires this cutout Fusion GPS, who was using supposedly Russian intelligence sources to launder information into the FBI and DOJ. America's watchdog explained to Maria and the American people, conflict of interest is everywhere in the Never Trump gang. Here's Donald Trump's tweet. No collusion and no obstruction except by crooked Hillary and the Democrats. All of the resignations and corruption, yet heavily conflicted. Bob Mueller refuses to even look in that direction. What about the Brennan, Comey, McCabe, Strzok lies to Congress? Or Crooked's emails? Fitton, what's next? Fitton tells us we haven't even really gotten into the Spygate where the FBI/CIA was going after sending informants targeting the Trump campaign to try to dig up dirt. Oh, watch the explosive interview here. Let's take a quick listen.
Well, conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch is suing the Department of Justice for access to communications related to the unverified anti-Trump dossier. This as the group also uncovers new classified emails sent and received on Hillary Clinton's private email server during her time as Secretary of State. Joining me right now is the president of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton. Tom, it's good to have you on the program this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Tell us about the lawsuit. What are you trying to get?
Well, the latest lawsuit's about John Brennan. According to some liberal reporters who wrote a book late last year or earlier this year, he talked to Harry Reid about the dossier shortly before the election. Harry Reid, the former leading Democrat in the Senate, came away with a distinct impression that Mr. Brennan wanted that dossier out in the public. So Mr. Reid, being the partisan he did, dutifully wrote a letter that became quickly public. And so the leak happened. So we've asked about communications that the CIA and Brennan had with Reid about this dossier. And of course we've gotten a stonewall. We're, as usual, in federal court over it.
Well, you've also been able to unearth a lot of documents. Good for you, and congratulations on what you've been able to get, because so many of us would not know half of what took place had you not been pushing. Now, the president tweeted this morning. He says this: no collusion, no obstruction except by crooked Hillary and the Democrats. All of the resignations and corruption, yet heavily conflicted Bob Mueller refuses to even look in that direction. What about the Brennan, Comey, McCabe, Strzok lies to Congress or crooked emails? Tom, let me ask you about this, because you have unearthed documents that were on Hillary Clinton's server. Why is that important?
Well, the government or the State Department is giving us records about every month from the Clinton email system that was recovered by the FBI. These are emails that she tried to delete or otherwise hide from the American people. So this is new material, and it includes classified information. The latest batch, we've had previous batches with classified info. We have 5 new classified emails about Northern Ireland, the Middle East, Kyrgyzstan. And to me, it demonstrates the corruption at the Justice Department currently that is going full bore against President Trump with really no evidence, while ignoring all of these in-your-face national security crimes and other crimes by Hillary Clinton and her colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, can Robert Mueller ignore this while he's doing an investigation with the mandate of looking for collusion?
You know, the only person who got money directly from Russia, as far as I could tell, involved in who were running for office in 2016 was Hillary Clinton. She and her husband made a speech in Russia for $500,000 to affirm that was a front for the Russians in Uranium One. They reportedly received millions as part of an effort to get a good result on that Uranium One decision. And of course, she hires this cutout Fusion GPS who was using supposedly Russian intelligence sources to launder information into the FBI and DOJ. Think about this, Maria. Peter Strzok, who's investigating Hillary Clinton's email abuses, at the same time is working with Hillary Clinton's campaign apparatus to try to take out President Trump, or then candidate Trump. Outrageous conflict, and Mueller is conflicted himself because he's using all this material created by Strzok, by Orr, by Steele, by the Clinton DNC dossier. The spy, we haven't even gotten into the Spygate, where the FBI/CIA was going sending informants targeting the Trump campaign to try to dig up dirt.
Yeah, they were sending informants in well before the launch of the investigation, which was July 31 of 2016, but they were informants trying to taunt Trump campaign people way before that. You know, I mean, we were just talking with John Ratcliffe, and there's no surprise or no coincidence that all of the top leadership, or a significant amount of the top leadership of the FBI and the DOJ has been fired. Let's go through this. I mean, you've got Andrew McCabe fired for misconduct, criminally referred. You've got Jim Comey fired under investigation. Sally Yates fired. Peter Strzok fired and now under investigation. Bruce Orr demoted under investigation.
Right. 3 of the 5 people, we received the FISA warrant applications through another FOIA lawsuit. 3 of the 5 people who signed off on those applications have been fired for misconduct. 2 of them remain. Rod Rosenstein, who signed on presumably for Mr. Mueller, that warrant application that Rosenstein signed on for was in June of 2017. So this is in the middle of Mueller operation. So these compromised documents, these compromised investigative techniques, the FISA warrant, is benefiting the Mueller operation. This is what I want to focus on, because we're talking about what went on during the Obama administration and to the beginning of the Trump administration. But all of this is part of Mueller's ball of wax. He needs to be held accountable. And I'd like to see Mr. Mueller on the list of witnesses for Congress. Why isn't he being brought in and asked about how he was hired, the scope of his work, how he administers his office, why he can't find any Republicans to hire? What was he doing with Peter Strzok that he let him out and then hid that information about the purpose, the reason for kicking him off his team for 4 months?
Yeah. All really good questions, Tom. I know you'll be covering it, and we'll be following your work. Great to have you on the program today. Thanks so much, Tom.
You're welcome.
Tom Fitton joining us there.
Well, in closing, let's give a big thank you to Tom Fitton and all the hard working people at Judicial Watch. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he makes excellent points in this investigation. And but Mueller doesn't want to look at anything, but Fitton says Mueller should be in front of Congress and answer a few questions as to the scope of his investigation, how it started, what he's doing, what info that he has basing this, and why doesn't he hire any Republicans in this case, right? Look, this was a coup by the deep state to take out a sitting president. Bottom line. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.